Ahmed Faruqi, Creative Director, Interflow Communications. My role as a Creative Director for the KAC cell at Interflow is to ensure that the correct communication, which is aligned by marketing and by long-term strategy, goes out to the right people in the right words with the right visuals. That's what I'm responsible for. It's definitely a challenging assignment. We have a legacy that we need to change. There is matters of perception that people have had of KSC for the last decade or so, maybe even longer than that. There's a lot of negative associations when you start communicating or you start talking about KSC. So changing that bit by bit, that's a challenge. There are a lot of things happening on a daily basis. Since it's like a very responsive account, there's a lot of stuff happening out on the streets for which communication needs to go out. That is made on breakneck deadlines. So that's managing that and still staying creative and motivating the team. That's a bit of a challenge. But that is exactly what makes this account interesting to work for. It gives you total freedom. There is no competition. We are the only ones communicating our own image, and that's what also makes it fun. There were a lot of things that I had missed out. I had not been exposed to the last 3 years of communication that KAC has been doing. So my first perception was that that I had grown up with and things that I had dealt with myself. And that was honestly not really very good. And I was pleasantly surprised at what KAC has been able to achieve in the last couple of years. In fact, it was really difficult for me as a citizen who had just come from another city to believe that this is the very same enterprise that we all used to make jokes about. I'm sure there is a lot of misconception in the general public as well about things that KAC should or should not stand for, is responsible for, is not responsible for. And I'm pretty sure, since it's a huge city and there are pockets of different communities, that everybody has an opinion about something that KAC has done wrong. I guess all we need to do now as a team is to communicate bit by bit in smaller chunks the good things that we've been able to achieve in the last couple of years, the vision that we have for the future that's unfolding in front of us, and generally the responsiveness that we need to show in order to stay current and relevant with our consumers. The latest leg of communication that you've probably been exposed to in the last few days is the anti-theft campaign. The reason why we did that, well, we'll have to go all the way back to, let's say, about 11 months. There was a research commissioned probing the reasons for why people indulge in theft. And the interesting things, the interesting insights that came out was people don't even consider it theft. It's something that people are not sensitized to. So we thought as a team that we need to communicate to people. We need to make sure that they know the difference between something that should not be a social norm. Stealing electricity is not something that they're sensitized to at all. So this campaign happened. What we did was intensive research, and we decided on 3 different segments of society who need to be sensitized to this particular message. We came up with the most relevant stories that would resonate with the right audience, and the first film that you've seen is about this guy in office and his esteem needs. Everybody needs to be respected with his peers. But if you're stealing electricity and everybody knows that you're stealing electricity, it's going to be a big dent in your reputation. That's something that you've recently seen. There are more similar messages to follow. They'll be relevant to different audiences. So far, the campaign run has been really appreciated by everybody because we did it on the same scale as any other multinational, a 35mm format, one of the best directors in the industry. And well, I hope it actually changes behavior or at least changes people's point of view of what theft is all about. Bottom line, we need to remind ourselves on a daily basis that there's a lot of good and bad stuff going on around us. Often things we take for granted, something as basic as theft, we're not sensitized to it. We don't really consider lying anymore and cheating anymore. So what we probably need to remind ourselves as honest, responsible citizens is before anything we do, we need to analyze it from a very basic moral point of view. If you're using something that is not yours and you're not paying for it, it's theft. And it doesn't get any simpler than that.